Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Joey Atanzio here. Today, I'm going to be breaking down Breakthrough Miracle Power by Passion 2021. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the rhythm and lead guitar parts for this song so that you at home can learn this to apply it in church or in your own playing at home practicing. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. I've created a electric guitar patch for this song for the Helix, HX Stomp, HX Effects, and the Pod Go. And those are available, the link below. So we're going to play capo 1 and play in the key of G shapes for all of the guitar chords. So there's this part in verse 1 and verse 2 that sounds like this. So how you play that is actually going to be the F shape chord, which is just going to be your A flat chord, but it's the shape of an F chord. And I'm going to be calling out all of my frets, not in relation to this, but in relation to the original nut. So for example, this would still be the 5th fret. So your ring finger is going to be on the 6th fret, D string, and middle finger on the 5th fret, and first finger on the 4th fret, high E string. So it's going to be on that D string mainly. Then you're going to be alternating with that B string and G string, and you're going to be adding your pinky to that 6th fret on the G string. And I'm doing all downstrokes on that. Okay, that's verse 1 and verse 2 before the band really kicks in. So then the other part on verse 1 and verse 2 sounds like this. So how that part goes is that's actually taking place at the 13th fret, which is where your A flat pentatonic scale would be. So it's going to be barring that 13th fret. And what the guy is doing on the electric guitar is he's actually chiming that bar right there. And then he's going to hammer on the 15th fret, G string. So remember, you're barring this whole thing. So then you're going to add your pinky on the 16th fret, B string, B string, and then E string, and then I upstroke there. And then you're going to add your ring finger, 15th fret, D string. And then I'm going to add my pinky on that 15th fret, G string. So from the beginning. So then you're going to add your ring finger and your pinky. So I'm going to play that from the beginning. So then I'm going to hop over to my chorus lead sound. So then this is going to be the first chorus part. So it's not full band yet. It's just that kind of that middle ground. We're still kind of ramping up to that big interlude coming up. So the lead guitar player is doing this. So he's just hanging on that part. So how I'm playing that is the first finger on the 9th fret B string and the pinky on the 11th fret E string. And I'm playing that open G string. And he just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up for that whole first chorus. So now we're in that main lead part, that guitar 1 part, and it sounds like this. it starts on the 4th fret B string, and then it slides up to the 9th fret B string, and then slide up to the 16th fret B string, down to the 14th, and then I bar back to that position here. I actually bar the 13th fret, and it's kind of a little walk up there from the first note in the first scale degree, second and 3, 1, 2, 3, back to 1 and 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, back to the 2. Then you're back to the beginning. So how I know that beginning note starts here on the 9th fret again instead of here is because you hear that slide on that second half again. So from the beginning, it goes like this. And then again. Then there's a slide down, and then when you add all of the effects and everything, that delay tails out, and it sounds real nice. So now we're into verse 3, so that it's driving a lot more than it was in verse 1 and 2. And that part sounds like this. So that's ring finger on the 6th fret, D string, and 5th fret, G string, middle finger. And then I'm using my palm muting technique on the strings. So that's your first shape. That's the 1 chord, the A flat chord. Then your next chord is you're shifting down 1 fret with your ring finger and 2 frets with your first finger. Still the G string and the D string. And then you're going to ideally shift another 2 frets down, except now it's an open G string and middle finger on the D string, 2nd fret. And then what you're going to do is you're going to swap. So then your D string becomes open, and then your first finger becomes the 2nd fret G string. So it looks like this. From the beginning. Okay, so now I'm going to take you through that second chorus part that's after that verse 3, and the band is nice and big, and then there's a lead guitar part that happens that comes in nice and strong. And it happens within the same kind of box we were in with that pentatonic scale on the 13th fret. And so it's very similar to the verse 1 and verse 2 lick, but it's a little bit different with a lot more overdrive, a little bit more delay, and a lot more prominent in the mix. So I'm still barring that 13th fret, the D string, G string, B string, and E string, like that the whole time. But then I'm going to chime the G string on the 13th fret, which is your A flat note. And then I'm going to pick the E string and the B string and put my pinky on the 16th fret B string. There's a little bit of dissonance there. Then you're gonna pull off to just barring that 13th fret B string. And play that lick again. The end of that little chord progression is those notes there. So then I'm barring the first note on the B string. Those 3 notes are all in the B string. So I'm just barring it, 13th fret, adding my middle finger, 14th fret, and then adding my pinky where it was on the 16th fret. So then at the end of the chorus, you actually repeat that first couple of notes to finish out that chorus. So it sounds like this. So pretend like we're halfway through the chorus. So then you're back into that intro lead part. Also happening in the choruses, there is a rhythm part that is happening, and they're called octaves. So it's mirroring these exact same chords that you'll find on a chord chart. So I'm going to show you what that looks like on the guitar. So it's just all 16th notes, just down strokes with your right hand. So how I'm playing these, it's all on the A string and the G string. I'm playing octaves. So my first finger is on the 11th fret, A string. And my ring finger, it's how I like to play my octaves, or my pinky is on the 13th fret G string. So your first chord is this, it's your A flat, down to the 4th fret, same strings, that's your D flat chord, and then you're going to slide up to your F minor octave chord, and then back down to your D flat. That's the first half of the chorus. Then you come back up to the A flat chord, back down to the D flat, to the F minor. But then you're going to play the passing note in between, so that's your E flat. So that's the chord in between your F and your D flat. And then you're out of the chorus. So I'll play it up to speed. So then after that, we're into the bridge, and there's 2 parts happening in the bridge that I want to touch on. The first one goes like this. So you're barring that 13th fret, and then you're adding your ring finger and your middle finger to the D string 15th fret and B string 14th fret. Just creating your D flat inversion. Then you're back down to that 13th fret, barring your D string, G string, B string. And now what happens is he's taking a flavor from some of the other riffs that he was playing previously in the song. So it's just a little bit faster, different way to play how you're playing the other stuff. So it's pinky on the 16th fret to the E string, 13th fret, back to the B string. And then you follow that same kind of pattern. So pinky, ring finger on the 15th fret. So now you let go of your pinky. Then it's a hammer on the D string from the 13th to the 15th. Now then you started that progression over. So I'm going to play it up to speed. play your 16th fret B string. So then what I did was I dropped down my first finger to this 12th fret G string. So that's the part where we're building back into the chorus. So then you go 3, 4. So then what I did was I added my pinky or my ring finger to the 15th fret G string. I'm going to play that whole second progression there. So there's another part that's happening in the bridge, and it's kind of when the band starts building, and that part sounds like this. There's kind of 3 different sections to that part. So there's the first section that goes like this. 4 notes, and that's just going from the A flat, 1, 7, 6, 5. So that's starting on the B string, middle finger. Go down another fret. So I'm barring this because I know that the other 2 chords that I'm going to be playing, it's going to benefit me to start by barring this, and then it's going to help me with the transition between chords. So the first chord is this. And they're all pull-offs. Starting on the B string. To the 10th fret G string. To the 8th fret G string. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my, for this second chord here, I'm going to add my middle finger to the B string, and then I'm going to start by picking the high E string. So I'm picking the E string, and I'm adding my pinky on the 11th fret B string, down to the 9th fret B string, and then plucking that G string. And then that third and final chord is I want to be honest, that second chord, that transitioning to that second chord is going to be the hardest part of this. So I'm going to play up to speed. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching all the way through. Regarding the guitar chords for the rhythm sections, it's pretty straightforward. You're just capoed 1 and you're playing in the key of G. If you're curious on how I play my guitar chords for this type of song, I have a course on worship leader chords that I feel are the most efficient, for example, in every key. So for example, in the key of G, I'm going to go over all of the different chords and how I play each individual chord and apply them to my worship style of playing. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this video helpful in your guitar playing, please subscribe and hit the like button. I really do appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one.